Welcome to Evansville, Indiana. For those of you who will be watching the Boston College-Princeton game later, you're getting some bonus coverage. We'll bring you that game as soon as it gets underway. Here it's Tennessee and Louisville against each other, and Tennessee picking up a foul early in the ball game. Dan Fetterman guilty of that foul, and Danny Crum, who last year took his team to the Final Four. Gary Bender along with Billy Packer. Game earlier here, Indiana convincingly picking up a win over Oklahoma to move to Knoxville. The winner of this game will play Arkansas next week in that Mid-East Regional.
Tough man-to-man defense here, Gary. We'll see it on the part of both clubs. Good dish.
Scooter McRae, the McRae brothers. What a combination they have been.
Full court pressure. Louisville has quite a group of athletes out on this floor. Every guy can run and jump.
Tyrone Beeman. Tennessee, an excellent shooting club. They defeated Marquette by 1 on Friday, 57-56. The players to watch: Dale Ellis, the consensus All-American; Rodney McRae, who, Billy, you think's the most underrated player in the country.
I don't think there's any question about that, and they're going head-to-head against each other. That's going to be quite a matchup.
Scooter to try another one. This one short. Dan Fetterman with the rebound. Fetterman out of Cincinnati Elder High School.
On the other end of the court, though, is Charles Jones playing Ellis. Ellis is such a cool customer. You watch him, it doesn't look like he's ever working, and all of a sudden he's so silky smooth, he'll get off his shot or get a rebound.
The two guards, Brooks and Beeman, are as quick as anybody you'll see in the country, and trying to give chase to them is Milt Wagner and Lancaster Gordon. Here's a move by Beeman, kicks it to Dale Ellis.
That's his shot. Silky smooth.
Dale Ellis, Southeastern Conference Player of the Year the last 2 seasons.
And you're talking about what a group of players in that league.
Charles Jones, who can jump with anybody, ties it up 4 apiece. 18:15 to go, first half.
And what happens with this full court pressure? Louisville gets the game going its tempo. When you play a Tennessee club, you've got to get them moving up and down the court, or else they'll lull you to sleep.
Billy Burton having a little trouble getting rid of the ball. Gives it to Beeman, a junior out of Niagara Falls, New York. He led them in assists, 3rd in the Southeastern Conference. Brooks is their pressure player. He had some big free throws in the game Friday night.
What we're seeing underneath is anytime there's screening, bad pass. What a catch.
Oh, Ellis turned it into 2 points.
How about those quick hands? That ball was ricocheted off the backboard. He still was able to grab it.
Do you get an assist on that?
Sure you get an assist.
Here's Lancaster Gordon trying to tie it up. And that's going to be off of Ellis. Let's go back to that last play.
Now you're going to see some quick hands here. Charles Jones on him. The ball goes up. Ricochets off the boards. Look at those hands. Incredible catch.
Ellis out of Marietta, Georgia. That ball was off of Louisville, not Tennessee, and Tennessee has it. Here comes Michael Brooks out of Memphis. Boy, there's a lot of good players coming out of that area. Memphis State, who, by the way, beat Georgetown.
But that was a convincing victory. They were very solid in that game.
Here's Brooks. Michael Brooks, number 2 scorer. Beeman, look how quick he is. Gordon's going to really have a tough time with him.
Beeman's beating him.
There's a reach in. Wagner comes up with it. Second turnover against the Vols.
I think Milt misjudged that when he was going in for the dunk and left the ground a little early.
But he still pulled it off. 6-6. Boy, you see quickness on this game today. Are they quick, these
10 seconds.
And they are going to get a timeout called. Tennessee able to avoid the calls timeout.
Here's the steal coming up right here. Quick hands all the way around. The ball gets slapped. It's off to the races for Milt Wagner, the great Camden High School star. And there he goes. He wanted to dunk. He was a little shy.
It's 6-6, and this game has started lightning quick with 16:50 to go in the first half. 6-6 our score. Gary Bender, Billy Packer, Tennessee, and Louisville are all deadlocked here in the battle for the right to meet Arkansas next week in Knoxville. Tennessee with a basketball, trapped in the corners. Brooks, he brings it out to Dale Ellis.
Didn't see Burton wide open on the other side, but it was a good play by Fetterman. Under a lot of pressure.
The site, Roberts Stadium, Evansville, Indiana. Ellis misses, and 2 of them there. Jones and Scooter McRae for the rebound.
Well, for young players watching, you saw Tisdale in the first game, and then Ellis right there, learning how to go up in the air without the dribble.
Scooter McRae. One thing about Louisville, they may have the quickest jumpers in America. 8-6, the Cardinals with the advantage. And they're coming out after him, aren't they, defensively?
They really are. Don DeVoe had to call the timeout the last time to get it over half court.
Steal by Scooter. Off it goes to Gordon.
Don DeVoe very upset. Now, you can't afford to let a team pressure you to the point that they keep stealing them. It's worth taking another timeout because you're going to have TV timeouts working for you in this game.
There's a bad pass. It could have been intercepted. Jones elected not to.
And see what this does. It spreads the game out completely and takes Tennessee out of what they like to do, which is strictly a half-court game.
3 turnovers, and all 3 of them have produced buckets for Louisville.
Ellis getting good position. You know, they list him at 6'6" or 7. He's closer to 6'9" if Jones is 6'8", because he's got Jones by a good inch.
Brooks, the best outside shooter on the ball club.
One of the best in the country.
10-8. Lead of 2 by Louisville. Boy, the tempo has been very fast. Here's Jones. Now that's going to have a foul defensively. It's going to go on Tyrone Beeman.
Excellent call. The official gave the man catching the ball an opportunity to come down before the charge. Now watch this. Jones goes up. No opportunity for him to come down, and therefore the foul on the defense. Good call.
You wouldn't expect Beeman, a guard, to be in that position. Here's Milt Wagner. What a shooter he is.
Brooks shakes his head a little bit.
12-8. This time Tennessee breaks it in a hurry. Brooks, tough shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 4 points for Brooks.
But the tempo of the game is Louisville's game.
There's Ellis going for the steal on Rodney. Almost palmed the basketball.
Ellis always takes the toughest man on the other team. So he plays both ends of the floor.
That says something for him, isn't it? To be able to score as much as he does. That's off of Louisville. Rodney McRae couldn't get to it. There's Rodney, the Metro Conference Player of the Year.
Played in our Olympic team in 1980. Was the center of the national champion. Has been in nothing but championship contests.
Look at this. Ellis so smooth, always under control. Oh, did Jones reject that one? Burton retrieves it. That shows you the jumping ability of this team. They had 228 blocks this year. They call them the Blockbirds.
Well, since LIU didn't get in this year, that's a pretty good nickname.
Here it comes to Burton. Rejected again.
That should have been goaltending.
Rodney McRae comes up with it. Don DeVoe wants a call. He's not going to get it. Here's Jones again. He's fouled.
I thought that last one should have been a goaltending.
Let's go back to the first block by Jones.
Don DeVoe is wild. Now we'll see. This was solid. There's Jones. He was not the man guarding Ellis in that particular case. Here's the second one. Now the shot goes up. That's on the way down. That wasn't even a tough call.
Good replay. Showed it very vividly. Jones at the line. Charles Jones has had some big games this year. There's Don DeVoe. He played at Ohio State, coached with Bobby Knight. One of the 2 coaches in the tournament that was an assistant with Bobby. There's Jones, hits it.
You know, we talked about another guy that won the NIT and would have a chance here in the NCAA. Boy, we're coming up. Pete Newell's another one that came.
Boy, you should never have opened that one up.
I know. I got myself a lot of hot water there.
Beeman to set it up. 4-point lead now for the Cardinals of Louisville. I don't think anybody's got their breath in this game yet.
Well, I think the tempo is in favor of Louisville.
There's Brooks. He walked to the ball. That's 4 turnovers. Now 3 of those have been converted into points by Louisville. See if they can do it here.
Tennessee can ill afford to turn the ball over a lot. That's not their style of play.
Look at Denny Crum. He's never failed to win at least 20 games in all the years he's been at Louisville. Here's Rodney McRae. Thus far, Ellis has done a good job on him. Here's his brother Scooter. What a combination. Boy, Scooter wants the ball, doesn't he?
Burton was right on him.
Scooter McRae's been a very consistent player this year, averaging 9 points a game.
Fetterman doing a nice job coming back to meet the ball against the press.
Biggest lead of the ball game right now, 6.
And Tennessee, not a very deep team, so when you get in this kind of run-shoot game, it's tough. Look at those fakes.
Ellis loses the ball. He was able to retrieve it from Jones, but all of a sudden, here's Scooter. Scooter can play like a guard at 6'9". There he is with the ball again. And what happened here? 3 seconds in the lane.
Well, you mentioned that, Gary, is a good point, because when the year after Scooter had his knee injury and came back, Denny Crum thought he'd play him at a point guard position at the top of the key. That's the kind of passer he is.
That's the reason both of them around this final year, as Scooter had to miss that 1 year, so he being a year older than Rodney.
Now, Mount Vernon High School that turned out so many great ones.
There's the points we were talking about on the turnovers.
That's surprising, too, because if anybody would be turning it over, you'd assume it'd be Louisville a little bit.
12:47 to go, and Burton. Now, here's a man that's become quite an offensive player. He wasn't last year, and they feel next year he might be the leader of this Tennessee team. He's a junior, as is 3 others. They have only 1 senior in the starting lineup, and that's Ellis. And they'll miss him.
Louisville running a high post offense of theirs. They run this thing till blue in the face.
Jones, look at the quickness of Jones. Jones has an allergy. He has to take shots each week, and that kind of hurts his stamina once in a while. Here's Lancaster Gordon. Burton there with the rebound.
Now, Tennessee's got a man breaking. They don't see him very often. They're not a fast break type team, but with Louisville crashing the boards.
Boy, Brooks saw that, didn't he? You could see it from our angle.
Nobody back there to help out. Denny Crum really upset about that because nobody from the weak side was there.
6 points for Brooks. Louisville's lead cut to 2. Well, you got to protect the ball with those guards, Beeman and Brooks out there against you. Here's Scooter.
Oh, what happened there? Burton thought there'd be a handoff. He switched off and allowed Scooter. There it is. There's what I was talking about.
Goaltending? Yes, it's got to be.
Tennessee wisely saw that you've got Louisville crashing with all 5 guys on the boards, and that time Beeman was able to break loose. He's been free before. Now, here you have everybody from Louisville crashing the boards. They hit ahead to Beeman, and he's wide open. Good play. And there's the goaltend. There's
Wagner. He's not known for his shot blocking, but he almost pulled that one up. Tennessee is 8 of 11 from the field. Louisville 7 of 11. 16 all.
Got Gordon trying to post up inside. There he is. Now that's a problem for Don DeVoe because Gordon can play over the top of Beeman.
Gordon at 6'3". Beeman giving away about 3 inches. He's 5'11".
Now, by spreading this out, you take Tennessee out of their half-court game in which Ellis just can destroy you. So, good job by Louisville.
Well, it's a long ways.
He's got the ring.
Has 8 points.
He kidded about playing in the ACC. He said, if I could play with that 3-point range, I'd be in business.
Foul inside, and I think it's Fetterman picking up another one. Dan Fetterman's one of the few big men they have. He's 6'10". Tennessee does not have anybody really on that bench that big. The man in now is Kevin Woods at 6'5", a sophomore from Dunbar High School in Baltimore.
Now, what that does, it gets Beeman out of there and gives an opportunity for a little better matchup in the backcourt.
Fetterman with his second foul. Willigner misses. Fetterman almost picked up another foul there. He got away with it.
Good rebound by Fetterman.
Fetterman is really muscled up from a year ago. He was really a little baby fat, but this year he's really toned it up. Here's Ellis, who...
He got Charles Jones on his hip.
That's an automatic for Dale Ellis. 6 points for the All-American, a consensus All-American. Jones, he almost tipped in that errant pass. Burton.
Oh, good catch.
This is Kevin Woods, who just checked in. Fetterman's got his 3rd foul.
That's going to hurt Tennessee. That's really going to hurt him.
Don DeVoe grimaced that time as he saw that 3rd personal being called on Fetterman.
Might not have been a pretty good idea to pull that one up and bring it back. There's Fetterman crashing in.
Well, that's when you have a guy just off the bench, maybe a little nervous, a little uptight, took the shot that wasn't maybe what they needed.
Now, Don DeVoe's got
more. He's very, very inexperienced, but they think he has outstanding potential. Jeff Hall, 42 now.
Designated shooter in the ball game.
Lancaster Gordon, the other guard, and Gordon has 2 for 2.
Gordon's almost a swing man, Gary, and he's got an opportunity to take people inside or shoot that jumper outside. Bad
20 all. Gordon got the pass deflected. Off to Jones, back to Gordon. Oh, almost too tall for Hall. Hall, a freshman, but he doesn't play like one. One of the best shooters,
he's
maybe the best shooter that Denny Crum's had. Here he is. Scooter McGray tried to get it. Ellis instead. Ellis really doesn't show a lot of emotion.
None. Absolutely none.
When you're good, you don't have to.
He plays the same way every game. Here he comes off the double-O screen. Just catches it and hands it back. Let's start over again.
Ellis has to work so hard, but he's been an Iron Man for this ball club. Of course, this whole Tennessee team's been forced into that posture. Oh, Brooks tries to get one. Rebound, Burton, and he's fouled. Burton is fouled. The foul is going to go against Scooter McRae. Billy, there haven't been a lot of brother acts, have there? Think of the Van Arsdales.
Well, you had Mrs. Van Arsdale in here today.
She was here watching that game. Indiana won. And then you had the McRaes.
The McGuires. The Mikens.
This one will take a back seat to none of them. Rodney and Scooter. Team fouls already. Tennessee has 5. That was Louisville's first team foul. There she is. Hilda Van Arsdale. Delightful lady. I got to meet her. Tom and Dick Van Arsdale, both living in the Phoenix area. Funny, Billy, and there's some athletes on this floor now.
Oh, there really are. We've had an excellent ball game in the first one. A clinic put on. Once Bobby Knight got that lead, he really milked it well. Hey, you were kidding about those brothers, and I was drawing a blank there. I'm thinking Mount Vernon High School had 2 pretty good brothers that came from the same town. The Williams brothers, Ray and Gus, and also Earl Tatum, who played for Al McGuire. He didn't have a brother that played, though. We were
that's right, but he's from Mount Vernon.
Okay. You're getting me.
All right, this game already has 5 ties, 4 lead changes. Tennessee shooting 67%, Louisville 56.
Billy Thompson in the ball game now, Ellis on him. So we've got a high school All-American getting an education from a college All-American.
And he made that all-freshman team of the Metro Conference, Billy Thompson. Number 55 in the ball game. So Hall and Thompson, their 6th and 7th men, are freshmen this year for Denny Crum.
Billy Thompson's going to be a great one. Good fade.
Gordon, Beeman, or rather Burton, influenced that shot not to go in, and a foul will go.
It's going to be on
Tyrone Harper.
Crashing in the boards, amazing. That was a good handoff by Billy Thompson. There was nothing inside. Everybody battling pretty well. Jones got the rebound from behind. When he goes to put it up, Harper comes down and hits him on the arm.
Charles Jones out of Scuba, Mississippi. That was the 6th team foul already against Tennessee.
Charles has not been a good free throw shooter. Doing a little better this year at 55%. Doesn't have real good technique on the foul shot.
Jones, a junior, at 6'8". He led this team in block shots, and that's quite an accomplishment, as many leapers as they have. It's all even.
Charles has good timing. He's extremely quick.
They're not coming out full court on it now. They drop back a little.
Well, they're still putting that double team. Look at how tough that is to double team.
And Burton's in trouble, and Gordon's got the ball. Difficult shot. Scooter is there.
See, you've got Scooter McRae out here double teaming, and it's very difficult if you're a guard. You can't throw the ball over him. His arms are so long, and he's got about a 6'9" frame. Really tough. He's playing the point on the press.
And here's another steal. Thompson to Gordon. Louisville right now is in their hip pocket. Here's Jeff Hall. Rebound, McRae to Jones.
They're just playing up above the rim now.
Boy, they are in another stratosphere in this game. Amazing how they get up there. You ever think of a club that can jump any better than Louisville?
No, not as many quick athletes. Matter of fact, I think this is as good a group of athletes as Denny has had, and you talked about him having 12 straight years, a 20-game season, so he's had nothing but top teams.
Here's Harper, rejected. Another block. Burton, they're intimidating everything. Here's Harper again. He'll try it again, and Thompson's got it.
Look at Jones hustle down the court. There he is.
Jones again, but Ellis this time has a rebound.
Jones probably should have caught that ball with 2 hands, and that's exactly what Denny Crum's hollering at him. Catch the ball with 2 hands. Roger Berkman over there, probably the only player Denny's had that wasn't a great leaper. He's sitting on that bench as a coach now.
There's Burton. Hall going for the steal. Here's Harper again. He's going to try it until he gets it in.
Use the left hand.
Harper's playing pretty tough in there.
Yeah, he's got quite a body.
25-23 the score.
You notice what it's done to Ellis, though. When they don't get in their half-court offense, it's hard for him to get the ball.
Good point.
Back to the high post half-court offense by Louisville.
Here's Gordon. Inside, reach around by Ellis. Ellis deflected. That's what he can do. He can play both ends.
Billy Thompson didn't realize he was going to come for the ball. Thompson's got to come to meet it.
Tennessee now, with a few times they've slowed it down, and let's see if they can get Ellis in the offense. Here they go. They had that one set. Harper tips it up, and he's got it. Harper hustling the boards, and there, high into the air, Scooter McGray.
Took that one about a foot over the top of the rim.
Louisville by 2, and Thompson gives them a 4-point lead. Thompson considered the best player in the country coming out of high school, and he's just waiting his time. Next year, he'll be a starter.
Yeah, that's right. It was only a matter of playing minutes. And Billy Thompson always played as a postman. Now he's having to learn how to play as a forward. But he's making a good adjustment. He's a very intelligent young kid.
Ellis kicks it off in the corner. Good. Back to Ellis. They're looking for their meal ticket, and he's doing it.
That was a well-executed offensive maneuver there by Ellis.
27-25. Boy, we've had a lot of basketball, Billy, with 5:21 to go in this first half. The intensity of the game, the drain that's got to be on these two clubs, and Tennessee's gotten to their bench early, as has Louisville. There's Thompson backing out.
All better suited maybe to play against the zone than man-to-man.
Saw the quickness of Woods. Kevin Woods going for the steal. Jones to Thompson, and a foul. That'll go on Ellis.
Good positioning by Billy Thompson.
Now Rodney McRae and Milt Wagner are going to come back into the ball game. And Lancaster Gordon and Scooter McRae will come out, as will Charles Jones.
You think those kids aren't tired as hard as they've been working out there?
Well, Jones is going to come back. He thought he was going out. So Jones went to the bench, returned. So you have Hall, Wagner, Billy Thompson, Rodney McRae, and Charles Jones.
So you have Valentine still on the bench as a freshman. Manuel Forrest is out with an injury, and that would have given a little bit more depth to the Louisville club, because Manuel would be 6th or 7th man, certainly, if he was in good health.
Thompson out of Camden, New Jersey. He's averaged 7.5 points a game, 66% from the free throw line. But he has learned this Denny Crum system. And you're going to hear an awful lot about number 55. Ellis high for the rebound. He did that very nonchalantly, too.
Effortlessly, just up and snatched it off.
28-25. Louisville with the lead. 4:50 left in the first half.
Here's that same maneuver. Ellis coming off the handoff by the guard, then cutting down in the lane.
There was Thompson batting that ball around. Ellis with a long reach comes down to the ball.
Notice how fundamentally sound he is, too. He never tries to make a tough play. Everything's two-handed.
Ellis has a brother, and they used to play against each other. He lost his dad when he was 9 years old, and he almost left Tennessee, but he stayed around, and they're glad he did. There's Rodney McRae high for the rebound.
Oh, Ellis jumped back. I thought he was going to pick that pass off.
Look at the ball movement. Look at that. Into Thompson. Picture book.
Billy's tough inside. He's got the long arms, good, powerful hands. Plays a lot taller than they list him.
5-point lead now for the Cardinals.
Good double team.
They get out of it, though. Beeman, but look at Rodney McRae and Thompson. He threw it off the person of Rodney. Heads-up play.
Well, you're being double-teamed by great athletes with a lot of size, and it's tough for a guard to get the ball over him.
Down DeVoe, a masterful coach.
That's the way he was telling the referee. Isn't it a little unusual? Play 17 minutes. They press my kids all over the floor, and they've only got 1 foul.
Both teams shooting very well.
But in my opinion, the official's been doing quite a job in this game. It's going to be a tough decision for these judges to determine which group or which individuals move forward.
Both teams shooting over 50% for this game, and they have not had uncontested shots. Burton swings it out to Harper. Ellis looking inside. Fetterman on the bench with 3 personal fouls. There's a pass that's thrown away. Rodney McRae, 9 turnovers against the balls. Beeman reached up somehow at 5'11" and batted it down.
Good touch pass.
Yes, it is. Thompson to McRae, back to Billy. Now Wagner.
Now there again, you've got Wagner, a guard, rebounding offensively. You have got to break a man against that, because they'll just go up on the boards with 5 people. This team's last loss, Louisville's, was against Virginia. They've lost only 3, and they just swarmed him. 32-25, biggest lead of the game for the Louisville Cardinals. Here comes Beeman out from behind the screen. He's got Hall on him now. Beeman's going to have a tough time getting away from Milt Wagner. He's given 6'5" to 5'11" there. Well, Wagner's really improved himself defensively. Hasn't he? Primarily an offensive man when he entered Louisville, and now he really plays some tough D. He was like Thompson a year ago, waiting his time to play. Oh, good defense that time by McRae.
Brooks, he may have overpassed it, but Ellis is able to save it. Into Harper, over Scooter McRae, but he intimidated the shot.
Sure did.
Hall into Rodney McRae. Ellis with another rebound. He's doing a good job on the defensive boards. He has 4.
You know, Gary, as we move along in this region, you can see some battles that are going to be coming up. Indiana, Kentucky, whoever wins this ball game going up against Arkansas.
That's all from Knoxville. And these guys would like to play at home, wouldn't they? Dale Ellis rebounds his own. Again, he misses. Harper to follow.
Had to alter the shot.
And they get it back. Scooter McRae.
Now, even though there wasn't a block there, Tennessee kids had to alter the shots.
That was behind Billy Thompson. That's 5 turnovers against Louisville. Lancaster Gordon comes back into the ball game. Jeff Hall will exit at the 1:32 mark.
Denny Crum doing a nice job alternating his players out there, and you know that Louisville is going to be fresher than Tennessee. As a matter of fact, Tennessee frontline people have to start getting real tired now.
Yeah, they've made a change too. Rob Jones has come in as Thompson now sitting down for Louisville, but Rob Jones, a freshman from Knoxville, checks in for Don DeVoe's team. Well, that was quite a pass. Beeman had to look over his shoulder to find it, but it was there. Ellis was the passer. 32-25, 1:25 to go until halftime. Halftime, Brett Musburger will update you on all the NCAA action throughout the country.
There's no place for Beeman to go. He made the good penetration.
He might have had a shot there and passed it out.
Well, because you're being guarded by 6'5" guards. It's hard even if you fake them out to get the shot off.
That ball was kicked out of bounds. Tennessee will reset. Tennessee's hit 2 of their last 14 field goal attempts. And Billy, you said it well. They're just a little bit hesitant with those guys jumping up in their face.
And they're getting tired, too. They've got a minute to go. I think it'd be smart to pull it out and get the last shot here. Louisville in the little zone right now in the out of bounds. And now they match up their men back to man-to-man.
Here is Burton, junior out of Millen, Georgia.
Just as Bobby Knight talked about in the first game, giving his kids a rest by holding the ball a little bit. Tennessee might be wise to do that also.
Brooks gives it to Ellis. Ellis wasn't really ready to shoot that one.
I think the kids are getting tired.
Here's Wagner. That'll be a foul on Beeman.
A couple of things to look for. You start missing your shots. You start reaching on defense. Just a sign of fatigue.
Well, Ellis has missed about 3 in a row now at Knoxville, and he wants to return to Knoxville as a winner. They can play in that Mid-East Regional. Syracuse lost their opportunity, didn't they, to be at home? There's Don DeVoe. 5 straight years in the NCAA. He's one of 6 teams in the country to accomplish that feat.
And the reason I talked about taking the last shot, they're down 7. You take the last, you might go in down 5. Now you have an opportunity. You're down 9. Now you got to put up a shot.
Milton Wagner has 8 points after those 2 charity tosses. 34-25. You see the time left in the first half.
Second call.
They just got across, and Beeman's in trouble. He walked with it.
That's a tough break for Tennessee. And looking backwards, that's why you want to hang on to that ball. When you're, even though you're behind, it's good to keep possession of that ball.
You see Danny Crown motioning 1 shot. The man in the background was Wade Houston, a former Louisville player, now an assistant.
Could go in up 11 instead of up 5.
There's the steal.
Catch.
Tennessee, a chance now to whittle it down, and that's going to be a foul. Boy, Beeman was hung up that time. 34-27. Basketball. They'll start the same 5 that opened the game. They tried to get it to Jones, and Fetterman, playing with 3 fouls, deflected the ball.
Set play. Fetterman, as anybody who saw our first half realizes, had 3 fouls, had to sit down, and that's when Tennessee kind of lost some of their composure.
34-27. The Cardinals with the lead.
Boy, Fetterman really set a great solid screen that time on McRae.
Out it comes to Brooks. Brooks started him well in this game. Then he came very quiet. That's off the knee of Ellis. Turnover number 11 against the Vols. Gordon. Lancaster Gordon makes it 36-27. Gordon with 8 points.
Lancaster was in a little bit of a slump midway through this season. He's come back. His jump shot looks much better now. He's going straight up in the air and not gliding any as he was during that slump period.
Boy, those good shooters, they hit those slumps just like batters do in baseball. He is back now on target. Here's Brooks. Brooks looked like he had an opening for a moment.
Not a lot of room when you have that many quick people in there. Straight man-to-man by Louisville.
Louisville in this game has scored 16 points off of turnovers. That's impressive. What an opportunistic team they are, and that's always seemingly the case about them.
One of the things that helps Louisville, too, in their man-to-man defense is whenever they get caught in a switch, they're able to get on another person, and because their size is so good that it makes no difference whether it's McCray or whether it's Jones on a certain man. They can switch over and take anybody they need to in the back line.
There's no mismatches, right?
That's right. You can't get a mismatch with them. Even their guards are capable for a second or two going down and playing a pretty good size forward.
Burton, nice pass. Fetterman retrieves it. He's fouled. That'll go on Scooter McCray. That was a pretty good catch by Fetterman. That ball was thrown very hard.
McCray complaining a little bit, but we'll see the bounce pass in there. Fetterman got good positioning. Ball got away from him. Came back with a pump fake. Came across the lane. And there was McCray. When he came down with a hand, that's when he committed the foul.
That's the second foul on Scooter, and Louisville only had 2 team fouls in the first half. So they have no foul difficulty at all. Fetterman missing. He's shooting 63%. He started the first 9 games. Then they took him out of the starting lineup. Now he started the last 14. He provides that bulk that they need. They just don't have the size bulk-wise on this club.
You know, many people have said throughout the course of the year, if Tennessee was blessed with a real top-notch center, they would be tough to beat, and I'd have to agree with that.
Tennessee will have 4 of their starters back next year. Ellis, the only one graduating. Wagner, a high school teammate of Billy Thompson's in Camden.
Remember, last year, Wagner played with the gloves on his hand about this time of the year. He had that infection.
Scooter McCray thought that ball was off of Tennessee, but the officials thought otherwise, and so that's the 8th turnover against Louisville.
Kenny Crum upset, wanting his club to be able to get that ball inside some.
Kenny's team with a 36-28 advantage. Beeman has really been shut down by Gordon. Here's Brooks. Fetterman almost and did. Picked up his 4th.
He reached and he slapped.
Boy, he's made 2 very, very unintelligent type fouls.
Well, if you're Don DeVoe, you almost have to stay with him now, because he's not going to be involved in the chase or the delay game. You've got 17:41 to go. You're down 8 points. You got to stay with him and let him go the rest of the way.
Well, that looks like they may do it. I don't know. They got a man getting up now. They may take him out. There's Burton giving chase.
Good overplay.
He deflected it. Nice hustle by Burton. Willie Burton.
Good overplay by Burton. Excellent defense technique.
He's been a vastly improved player this year for the Vols. He played center a lot last year, so now they moved him to the forward spot and had Fetterman in the middle. Tennessee's going to have a brand new place to play in about a year's time. 25,000 is what's going to see. Here is Fetterman.
Nice.
That's where he can help him.
Looks like Juve Blob in the first game, coming right across the low post area.
That's his first field goal. He has 3 points. 36-30. They've cut it to 6.
Now, Don DeVoe has a sub in. I'm wondering if he might change his mind and keep Fetterman in the ball game.
That's right. He's got a man still sitting in front of the scorer's table waiting for the first break. Oh, almost a foul on Beeman. He got a piece of it.
I think it'd be worth the gamble. I think it'd be worth the gamble to keep Fetterman in there.
That's Hyatt that's waiting to come in. Charles Jones inside. Back to an 8-point lead. 9 points for Jones.
Tennessee getting back into the half-court type ball game. You notice we haven't been running up and down the floor. This is the kind of tempo they like.
And Ellis likes.
10 seconds.
They did get it across. Tennessee was not cognizant of how close they were to 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think either Beeman or Brooks realized that they had already made one handoff.
And there wasn't that much pressure. Fetterman sits down. Gerald Hyatt has checked in. Now, Hyatt is eligible for the first time in a long time. He played his first game Friday. They're on the 3-quarter system at Tennessee. He was academically ineligible. Is reinstated now to play in the tournament. There is a shot by Gordon. Gordon with double figures now, 10 points.
Hey, Mike Swanson, how about keeping up with what the score was when Fetterman sat down? Because I think this is going to be critical.
It's up to a 10-point lead after being knocked down to 6.
Ellis hasn't touched it much in this half. They've done a good job, primarily Scooter McCray and Charles Jones.
There's a pass that was thrown too
right
low.
on his ankle. Bad pass.
Again, Ellis showing no emotion. Tennessee wants a timeout. They've got it. So Dan Fetterman and the Tennessee Volunteers have an uphill struggle now. They're down by 10 with 15:45 to go in this game. Louisville has taken a 10-point lead. The biggest lead of the ball game.
Don DeVoe is going to take that gamble with Fetterman on the bench. Tie it in there. He's got a very small club on the floor right now. Look for Scooter McCray to get some lobs.
Milt Wagner. Rebound Jones.
Small teams. Going to be awful tough for Tennessee to stay with Louisville with this club out there.
Nobody left the floor that time except Jones, and Don DeVoe's not happy about it.
Well, you've got too much rebounding power out there right now for Tennessee. The two McCray brothers and Jones are going right up over the top of everybody.
Tennessee this time getting up the floor a little quicker after last time getting the 10-second call. Ellis again has been really shut down in the second half.
Now Scooter McCray showing his versatility. He's out there playing Hyatt at a guard spot.
Look at Beeman. He disappears from sight in there. He gets it off somehow to Burton, and it's blocked by Jones. Burton tries to retrieve, but can't.
Incredible interior defense by Louisville. You know, here's where you've got to get some respect for Ralph Sampson. You know, you've got all these great leapers, and Ralph goes inside there and just goes right up over top of everything they throw at him.
Here's Rodney McCray. Look how he handles the ball, Billy.
Oh, he can do it all.
You know, if he averaged more point-wise, he'd probably be on every All-American team. Don't you think? There's a steal by Beeman.
Block.
Rodney faked the block. Let him take it.
You know who it was that created that? Was Ellis.
There's a block by Burton. And now Tennessee trying to make a move. Here's Brooks. It's a 10-point lead. But Tennessee now starting to make some things happen defensively. Beeman. Nope. Rebound Jones. There's a steal. Nice play by Gerald Hyatt. Ellis not shooting that well today.
He's come up short. Those little jumpers.
He had 20 points against Marquette Friday. Coming into this game averaging 23.
Denny Crum wants his club to get back in their half-court offense.
Gordon posting up. He's got the height advantage, blocked by Burton.
Burton's really putting on a show, isn't he?
Well, he is doing well. Leading rebounder. He led the conference most of the year in rebounding.
Don DeVoe wanting his club to slow up a little bit. .49 left in the game. The winner to play Arkansas.
Burton inside, and he's taken over right now. 5 points for Willie Burton.
Now, one of the things with the smaller club Tennessee's been able to do is to really force that ball in the backcourt.
Wagner having people around him, still puts it up. Gordon lost it. And now with an 8-point game, they're coming back in it.
And Denny Crum asking his team, let's get into offense. Tennessee is making them play a little ramble-scramble here.
Brooks, tough shot. The basket will not count as a foul before the shot by Scooter McCray.
He's trying to keep up.
That's 3 on him, Billy.
Willie Burton inside, and McCray was trying to keep Burton out of there. We see it right now. Burton's got him on his hip. Powerful guy, and there's McCray trying to get position. Foul was called before this shot was taken.
That's only the second team foul. Louisville has 4 fouls, 3 of them by Scooter. 12:56 left in this game.
Denny Crum getting ready to come back with his freshman ace, Billy Thompson.
Brooks from outside. 6-point game. Looks like they might be in real trouble. They're right back in it. Here's Lancaster Gordon. Burton stops that progress in a hurry. He's all over the place.
Burton really putting out. Tennessee got their second win here.
Rebound Ellis. He's going to be guilty of a foul. He has Rodney McCray on the deck.
Let's see if they give Rodney 2 shots here. Louisville really lost their cool. They had an opportunity to run their half-court offense with a superior size. They never got to it. It's McCray going up. He gets it. See, he's going to try to put up the shot, but he tried to put it up late.
Ellis now with 3 fouls. So both Scooter McCray and Dale Ellis have 3.
Hey, look at this.
With 4.
Look at this. He is going to get credit for it.
2 shots?
Yeah. They're going to say he actually was in the act of shooting. That'd be interesting to see that replay again. That's a smart play by McCray. I thought they only gave him one, but he got away with it.
Rodney McCray, a 79% free throw shooter.
Now, watch this. He goes up. Now Rodney gets it. He's on the way down. He just throws the ball up at the basket, and that's where the official gave him credit for 2 shots.
There's something that caught me by surprise. You realize Rodney had scored in this game? I didn't think of that until Mike Swanson pointed out that's his first point. And he's averaging 11.5 points a game, and the Metro Conference Player of the Year, but he's helped other ways. That's what he always does.
Well, he just plays the game. He doesn't worry about the stats, which is probably the key to his success of being on so many winning teams.
Well, they're so unselfish. Both of McCray's are. Brooks, Thompson, who just came in. It's off of Billy.
That was a little eye contact between Billy Thompson and Ellis. 2 guys that have to respect each other.
This reminder again, those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, it will follow at the conclusion of this basketball game. The entire primetime schedule on CBS will follow 60 minutes. 12 minutes left in this game. 43-36, Louisville leading Tennessee. Here's Brooks, handed off to Ellis.
Left hand.
Boy, I don't think you can change a hand any more effectively than he did there. Ellis now has 10 points, a chance for a 3-point play.
And he knew exactly how he was surrounded. Watch, there'll be 4 men around him here, 3 men around him. He uses the left hand, has the body shield off the defenders, and hits it.
Jones committed the foul. No correction. That's Thompson that's guilty of the foul, his first. Ellis at the line with 10 points. He had 8 of those in the first half. Billy, he's hit only 5 of 12 from the field.
I think he went into that little drought the first half. Might have been a little tired.
11:45 left. 43-39.
He's sitting down on defense out there in McCray now, though.
Louisville's 10-point lead to 4 now. Jones to Thompson. Jones again.
If they'll run their half-court offense, they'll be tough for Tennessee to handle because they get so much size in there.
Jones, beautiful pass that time, setting up Burton, who couldn't get it. Well, that was a nice pass by Brooks.
Tough break for Tennessee. Well-executed break.
A 6-point lead for the Cardinals. Jones, by the way, has 9 rebounds in this game, 5 of them offensively.
How about the hustle by Burton?
That's 12 turnovers. That last turnover going against Louisville. 11 minutes now to go.
Fetterman's been down for about 4 minutes now.
Ellis can't hang on. Chases on. Hyatt retrieves it. Hyatt's been a welcome addition. They missed him. They're glad to have him back after the academic difficulties. Into Ellis. He catches it. He hits it.
So smooth.
Well, he'd be a great pro. 13 points for him. 45-41. Deflected Freeman. This could cut it to 2. 3-on-1. Gordon is back. Burton.
There's going to be a timeout for Louisville. What a comeback by Tennessee. I thought they were out of this thing.
And it came when Fetterman went out of the ball game. Timeout. The Louisville Cardinals are going to regroup. They're going to try to steady themselves.
I think it's a great comeback for a lot of reasons. Fetterman went out. Tennessee had to change their entire structure. They picked up full court, and they took Louisville out of their half-court game. Just a great teamwork, outstanding effort.
And it happened with Fetterman out. He's been out 6 minutes. Tennessee's outscored Louisville 13-7 during that streak.
I think you see Denny Crum tell his guys, we're going to go into the half-court offense. There it is.
That'll be Tyrone Beeman with the foul. Thompson will go to the free throw line. Tennessee's streak in that comeback, they hit 10 of 13 shots.
And remember what they had at the end of the first half. What was it? 2 for 13, something like that.
Well, 13%.
13%.
So they have turned it about.
And they did it with the small ball club on the floor.
Thompson with 5 points. John DeVoe played at Ohio State, had an NIT champion at Virginia Tech. What a job he's done at Tennessee. 46-43, a 3-point game.
When you talk about conferences, the SEC really had some war this year. Every game was a battle. Nobody weak in that league.
Tell the tournament selection committee how difficult it was. They didn't know who to put in the tournament. Less than 10 minutes to go in this game. The winner to play Arkansas in Knoxville. And would Tennessee like to get a home court?
Yeah, what they'd like to do here, too, is get that ball to Dale Ellis one time.
Wagner, he can't stay with it. He did. He reached over and blocked it. He was beaten and came back with a play.
From behind.
Here goes Wagner. That's playing both ends of the floor.
Well, Brooks kind of put his head down after he got that shot blocked, and he didn't get back, and Wagner took it the length of the floor.
Here's Beeman getting across that 10-second line. 48-43.
But that last time down the floor would have been a time to get that ball to Ellis somehow.
Boy, Ellis getting bounced around in there as he tries to get open. Jones is shadowing him. Beeman over Thompson. Rodney McRae with yet another rebound. Here's Wagner. He may go all the way again. Off to Jones. Boy, Wagner's really giving him a lift.
How about that timeout by Louisville? Calmed everything down. Now the momentum swings the other way.
15 points for Charles Jones.
I don't see anybody going home. A lot of Indiana fans staying right here.
There's Brooks. He got by Jones, who tried to block it. 5-point ball game. 12 points for Brooks. Neither team looks tired, do they?
Well, I think Wagner's a little tired right now. See if he pulls up for that shot. Oh,
he should be so tired.
Yeah, I think he looked a little tired, but he didn't look tired when he hit it.
52-45. Here they are picking him up.
And anytime you go the length of the court like he did, it takes a little breath out of you.
There's your time left. Lower right-hand portion of the screen. Beeman trying to see over Wagner to Ellis. He couldn't handle it.
Little bump on the inside. Ellis's fault.
14 turnovers now against Tennessee. Louisville's hit 4 field goals in a row after missing 5 in a row.
Wagner doing a good job handling that ball. Jerry Eves, of course, had that position last year. Another dunker.
Boy, Jones is really powering his way to the basket.
Notice that Jerry Eves the other night had a great game in the professional ranks. He was a very much underrated college player, in my opinion.
Well, they lost Eves and Derek Smith. 41-point average between the two of them, and look what they're doing this year. They just keep coming in, Louisville. What a tradition. Brooks. Beeman is able to come up with it. 7:08 left to go. Burton, nice pass to Hyatt.
Oh, he rushed it. Charles Jones has a bundle of rebounds today.
Let me remind you again, for those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, it will follow immediately at the conclusion of this game. And we've got a foul on Milt Wagner.
I said he was getting a little tired. He might have hit that jumper, but he's just exhausted now, and he's going to sit down.
Look at him. You said it. Look at him. He is down tired for a while now. Denny Crum is trying to talk to him at the same time.
Yeah, he's tired. He's got his head down and just trying to get his breath. You think he's not tired? Look at that young man.
Boy, 2 fouls. Let me correct one thing. We will be going to 60 minutes after the entire day of CBS Sports basketball coverage concludes. We may have some games out west that aren't over, and Brett will want to update us in New York. But we will be bringing you 60 minutes, so just sit back and enjoy some basketball.
Now, Louisville kids, Charles Jones sat down too, and they are really tired. Can you imagine the Tennessee players? They've got a lot of Iron Men that have played in this game. Dale Ellis hasn't sat down a second. Beeman and Brooks, but Beeman's been down a little bit. I don't remember Brooks being out of the game.
Billy, to reinforce that timeout you're talking about, when Denny Crum called the timeout, Louisville was in a little bit of trouble. They've come back since that timeout and outscored Tennessee 9-0. And there's a turnover.
Remember the game we had earlier this year with Missouri played Virginia, and it got down the wire and Missouri just ran out of gas. When you've got 5 or 6 kids that you're counting on to play a game against this type of talent and this type of intensity, it's pretty hard to ask them to go the full 40 minutes.
There's a reach in by Burton as we approach 6 minutes to go. There's Beeman going for the steal. Gordon is fouled. Ellis, and that'll be number 4 on him.
That was a push-off. And again, you get a little fatigued and you don't get your body position like you like it.
That almost looked like a frustration foul.
Yep. He pushed him from underneath. You'll see it right here. Lancaster Gordon going up for the shot. You see Dale Ellis pushing right in the lower chest, right there. See the push?
Tennessee going to regroup now. They call a timeout. They trail. The road to Albuquerque. Glad to have you with us, Gary Bender, along with Billy Packer. 5 minutes, 56 seconds left in this game. Louisville had a 10-point lead, knocked all the way down to 4. And now they're back to a 54-45 advantage. It's been a physically demanding contest, and Denny Crum, who would like to return to the Final Four again this year. And he's got to win this one today, and then Arkansas would be next. And here's a game out west in Corvallis. Boston College leading Princeton. Princeton's been a surprise in the tournament.
Gary, talking about a surprise, we made a mistake. The score was sent to us the wrong way. North Carolina State beat UNLV, so that's number 2 and 3 seeds in the West knocked out in 2 days.
That's UCLA yesterday, Battle Las Vegas today, and North Carolina State after surviving that double overtime.
Well, that's a cardiac arrest club because the Pepperdine game was right down the wire.
Now it's 56-45. Louisville. The Cardinals with a record of 29-3. This will be the 30th win if they can continue here.
And Fetterman still out of the ball game. He's been out since the 16-10 mark. They were down 8 at that time.
Burton. They needed that one. Eddie Burton with 9 points.
Of course, Don DeVoe has his pressure club in there, keeping full court press on Louisville. Look for Louisville to start breaking somebody long.
Look at these 3 big guys brought the ball up this time.
So they're capable of doing it.
They let the guards clear out and just let the other 3 big men do it.
And then you have guards down the other end that can post up on smaller people.
Here's Gordon, one of those guards. He and Jeff Hall now in the backcourt for Denny Crum.
Lancaster Gordon, definitely a number 2 guard. Not a guy that you want handling the ball full time, but he's capable of going by most people.
They're counting time on him. That's 5 seconds. You could see that one coming. 15 turnovers. Denny Crum saying, hey, wait a minute, was that 5?
Well, what you've got, Hall is a number 2 guard. In other words, a guy that you'd want on the receiving end of the ball handler. And you have Lancaster Gordon also in that same position, so they really don't have a ball handler out there.
The turnovers are even now. Each team with 15, and Milt Wagner and Charles Jones will come in at the first opportunity. After that 5-second count, Gordon may get out of there for a while. Dale Ellis. Out it comes to Beeman.
Ellis cuts right back in across the lane. Beeman can't get him the ball.
Remember, he's playing with 4 fouls now.
Good defense.
You know, you don't hear that about Louisville. You hear about their jumping and everything, but they can play defense too.
Very good defense.
4:17. Time starting to get away from Tennessee. Beeman in trouble. Got it off to Ellis. Blocked a foul on Scooter McRae.
Scooter just wanted to challenge him.
That's 4 on Scooter. He's the only guy for Louisville. Hardly has any fouls.
We'll see it inside. Good pass here by Beeman. Ellis is going to challenge him, take it right on up. McRae doesn't want to hear about it. He commits the foul.
Ellis is tired.
He's always got the same expression. And here you're looking at a great free throw shooter. But when you get tired, a lot of things leave.
29 of 30 games has been in double figures. He's had 22 20-point games. His high this year, 39. He is really
That's right. He didn't even have a touch there.
You could see that, Billy, before he shot him. He was bent over.
But he's still hustling.
Lancaster Gordon. Now it's 58-47 and Louisville in excellent shape.
Look at this pressure.
Burton will take it in.
Rodney McRae, solid rebound. Burton's hurt a little bit.
Yeah, Burton's going to have an official's timeout as Burton is limping. This reminder now has those knee braces or supports on both knees.
You notice Don DeVoe did not come back with Fetterman. He realized he's got to press full court, try to turn something over.
3:35 left in the game. Gordon couldn't come up with the ball. It'll be Tennessee's.
Boy, Gordon makes it tough on a small guard. He posts up down inside. He's saying 2 hands, fundamental basketball.
Denny Crum, what a job he's done. 12th year, 46 years old, and he's already won 292 games. Don DeVoe, by the way, got his 100th victory Friday night. There is a block by Lancaster Gordon. He is guilty of fouling. That'll be the first on Gordon.
There it goes long.
Bill Wagner, Beeman back, and he fouled him.
Oh, he called that a two-shot foul, but he was going to reach for the ball. You knew that was going to come because you're going to press full court. You've got an opportunity to break long. Here's Wagner. Boy, he can really take it to the hoop.
He has really made some spectacular type plays in the second half.
Good call by the official.
He has 12 points, 2 assists. He is coming of age.
Look at that little slide on the jump shot. I thought he came real close to going over the line. Let's see if he does it again.
Second team All-Metro choice this year as a sophomore.
Slides forward. Slides forward, but he's far enough back that he's not going over the line.
Rebound by Kevin Woods. 10-point game, 3:08. They don't have a lot of time. There's a steal by Gordon.
You'll see a dunk here.
Gordon with 16 points. What balanced scoring Louisville has had today. You know, if we check Rodney McCray, does he still have only 1 point? That may be the first time they've ever won a game like this. Rodney McCray with 1 point. Beeman. Tyrone Beeman. That's it back to a 10-point game. 61-51. Beeman with 10. And Wagner almost lost it. Good recovery. Benny Crum would like to get this settled down a little bit. They're a little hurry-scurry right now. Scooter.
That was excellent defense by Tennessee, but Louisville was able to react to it.
Louisville now has hit 8 in a row. 8 field goals in a row.
Real credit to both of these clubs, but particularly Tennessee not having the substitutes to use to be playing this hard after they have to be physically exhausted.
Rodney McCray with yet another defensive board. Wagner.
Nice pass.
Gordon. Jones. He's fouled. Boy, they're always attacking.
Knoxville Sunday back to Kansas City.
I think I may come along. There's Jones missing a free throw. There's, you know, we're bringing up the thing about Rodney McCray. His lowest output this year was 4 points twice. He's had 1 point today and played a very meaningful role.
And in that locker room, he won't have any different attitude if he scored 1 or 41.
Good point. Jones now with 18 points, 11 rebounds. He has been a standout. 64-51. Brooks got to put it up.
He's a great pure shooter, isn't he?
Brooks now for the afternoon with 16. Arkansas is going to have a real battle with this Louisville team. There's a deflection.
Dale Ellis still out here playing his heart out.
Here's Beeman. Has to give it up and does very alertly. 1:23 left. Brooks again. Tip. And that's going to go in for Kevin Woods. No, they didn't. They were wanted to, I believe, but couldn't. 64-55, and Gordon has been fouled.
Are you down against what, St. John's?
We're going to get some more coverage of NCAA basketball following this. We'll be switching in a hurry to Corvallis, Oregon. Princeton against Boston College. Some of the Tennessee cheerleaders not too happy, but what a year they've had. Tennessee won their 20th game Friday. They'll finish 20-12.
Well, they'll be seeing this young man, Dale Ellis, in some other uniform next year, but they'll never forget what his contribution was to the University of Tennessee basketball.
Third leading scorer. Only Reggie Johnson and Ernie Grunfeld had more points.
Charles Jones with another rebound.
Oh, he's been everywhere. Milt Wagner. What a difference a year makes in him. He's playing like a veteran now. Last year he was a little hesitant.
Well, one of the things is that Denny Crum brings in great players. He makes them learn the system.
Brooks from a long ways.
And he makes them become total ball players. They have to be solid in every phase of the game. Smart play by Gordon. Object here is to let the clock go and not get fouled.
Here's Scooter to Milt Wagner. Reminiscent of Indiana in that first game. And there's the reach hit. Has to wait because Jones is at the free throw line. High for the rebound. That time was Kevin Woods. 16 seconds. Outstanding. 18 points for Brooks. 68-57.
Midwest. Oh. That's a killer, too. Iowa really surprising a lot of people today with the, not so much that they won the ball game, but the margin in which they won. Missouri, a solid team.
Yep.
There are two great seniors that'll be moving on, Sunbold and Stepanovich.
You know, it's interesting, both Oklahoma State and Missouri, that double overtime game, they did not win their next game after that. Think it took something out of them?
Probably.
There is the end of it. So Louisville's on their way to Knoxville. They're next opponent for Danny Crum, Eddie Sutton's Arkansas Razorbacks, who, like Louisville, have lost only 3 games.